Well, hey there, good morning. Very, very, very early good morning because I'm in a different time zone, and this time zone is way before probably any of you people are awake, and middle of the night for California, and early, early morning in on the East Coast. So control, 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 control. Actually, it's not even about control, it's about being out of control and being thoroughly uncomfortable being out of control and not knowing what to do when you're out of control. So I'm going to relate an experience where a couple of days ago, I had some uncomfortable feelings, right? I do believe in a process of being with my feelings, sitting with my feelings, feeling my feelings, and then also, not necessarily in that moment on that day or within the next couple of days, but at some point in time, turning those feelings into something cathartic or active, doing something to resolve them, rectify them, deal with them, come to comprehend them, amplify them, or tone them down, depending upon whether or not they have usefulness, right? So it's not about shutting anything down or shutting anybody down. It's about really understanding how feelings come up. Just in the same way, if an illness came up, if you had a virus or a cold, you'd be like, how do I take care of this, right? You'd address it in some form or fashion. And so with feelings the other day, I was having these feelings. I was like, oh, I feel, at the same time, I felt very motivated and energized by a specific experience. I also felt deeply opened up and emotional. And that makes me feel vulnerable because when I feel weepy or teary, I kind of start to feel like, oh God, what do I do with this? Oh, bleh. But I have come to know that it's for my very good, to be emotional, to be open, to be vulnerable. There's no harm that's going to come from that. It's okay. And so I went on a run for like 7 miles. Clearly, I had a lot of emotion and a lot of energy. So I'm huffing and puffing. And let me tell you, I mean, I had such an intense amount of emotion and energy that the first like 5.5 miles were like easy peasy. I mean, I don't usually run that long. I was kind of surprised at myself. But anyway, I got back and then I was very sore. And over the next day or two, my body remained kind of tight. My lower back was tight and sore. And so what's interesting is that I go to this yoga class this morning. I'm at this retreat, and I said, let me go to this yoga class. And so the first thing that happens, it's this yin yoga where you hold poses, right? So what's the most uncomfortable thing in the body is to actually hold a pose around a tight part of your body, like your lower back, and then say an affirmation. And the first affirmation that she says as I'm leaning forward and stretching my lower back is, I am not in control. It reminded me of something from like, because I'm in England, it reminded me of something from a John Cleese movie, where you're like, everybody's calm and proper and sitting on the yoga mat. I'm the one American who breathes heavier. I'm trying not to make like any noise because none of these women are making any noise whatsoever, and I lean forward in this back and he says, the affirmation is let go of control. And I just burst out laughing because what else is there to do? The back, the tightness, tension in the body, come from this cathartic process, in my estimation, anyway. So, this emotion and then my desire to release through running and feeling did something. There was a goal achieved, but also I feel now, because of the exertion of my physical body, a sense of tightness that also needs to be released, And it's all about the spiritual nature of being human. It's all about loving, laughing, living, crying, amping it up, toning it down, like really reading my environment, really feeling who I am in the moment and just like being there, being with what's happening, being with who I'm around, being with the experience of my surroundings, my life, the loves in my life, and all the different energies that are coming at me. And I just had this beautiful day yesterday, and I'm having a beautiful morning so far. And I'm pretty convinced that it's only going to get better from here. But there's like this process that I'm in where it's like everything's moving and I'm not in control. So, of course, I go to this yoga class, and this is what happens when you move through your life open, vulnerable, healed, or healing, opening up, loving, learning, is that these things come at you. They give you exactly what you need. So much so that sometimes I just have to laugh about the irony, of this way that my divinity, my source, my higher self, my God, my higher power moves with me to create new things, moves with me, moves in me and around me to create these glorious experiences where I learn to laugh and love at my life. So If you're interested in having a happier, more fulfilled life, I invite you to message me or email me at Nicole at NicoleDevlin.com. I'm always happy to hear from anybody, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for giving me your time. Cheerio.